Hello, it's 118, and welcome to another World of Tanks special. 6 more Ace Tanker replays to show you, all from different people this time. Yes, I think it has been quite a while, if it's ever been the case at all, where every single replay features a different person. Player, I should say. We're starting off with Dead Man. It's been a while since we've seen him, in a special at least. And he's driving the box tank. I didn't know he had this, but clearly he does. Tier 6 Soviet premium tank destroyer in a Tier 8 game on Himmelsdorf. So, let's see what he can do. He's got 20 standard armor-piercing shells and 10 premium armor-piercing shells, which give less penetration but more damage. Strange quirk of the box tank's ammo loadout. He's in a platoon with Wolf in the E25, which gets premium matchmaking. This doesn't. Now then, him and Wolf and a Bulldog are the only ones on this flank, so they've got to start doing some magic. Slammed the side of that VK31D there, who took far too long to react and now is not going to survive. How can you miss at point blank range? VK, that is definitely not how you do it. Now then, Wolf goes speeding by to deal with the Panzer IV. All kinds of things here. Oh, hello. Bye-bye. Never mind. There isn't a Type 64 there anymore. Now then, there's a Panther 2 somewhere and a VK3601H. There's the Panther 2. He's showing his side. Well, he isn't anymore. However, that thing does not have very much armour. Still, can't wait around to take the killing shot because the Panther 2 will fire one, possibly two of those. For Dead Man. Well, now the Patriot. Oh, lovely fire. With the help of the Bulldog reducing him to enough health, he got the kill. And Wolf has now killed the Panther 2. Now then, Indian Panzer. Lovely. Oh, hello. I thought he was behind the buildings. He wasn't. Well, he was, but behind the buildings that he was facing. Decides to load the premium armor piercing now. For no reason though, because the Indian Panzer got taken out by a T-44. Tiger over there. Come on. There he is. Yep. Kill him. Someone didn't kill him in time. Go on, Wolf. Have him. Yes. Nice one. So, that's Dead Man for you. Been a while, but here he is again. Ace Tanker, Arsonist, fire effect, high caliber, 2,800 damage done, 3 kills, 1,240 base experience. There's Wolf, 1,162 damage, 4 kills, 866 base experience. 66,181 credits profit with the premium count and premium vehicle, of course. A little bit of damage blocked by armor and a pinch of assistance damage. Well, nice opening replay, nice and short. Not that it's a problem if it isn't, obviously. Just getting us into the mood, I guess. Anyway, that was Dead Man. Next up, I think we have Stiggy, actually. Right, here we have Stiggy. He's driving the Jagdpanzer 100, Tier 10 German tank destroyer. The big, slow, heavy, and armoured one. And we're on airfield in a Tier 10 game, as you would expect. I think he's actually still trying to get back at me for the damage record I set in my Death Star all that time ago. What, about a year ago now? Or even more, possibly. That was 9,600 damage or something like that. He didn't get to it, but he did get to this kind of damage before in the Jagdpanzer 100. I did show it. But once again, that was even longer ago. So let's see how he does this time. A lot of people on this side of the map already. It looks like, is Stiggy really going to go up here? I guess he is. Might get spotted though. No, I guess not. Awesome. It's not very often you see Jagdpanzer 100 get up here. Lerva. You're going to get a massive surprise now. Or maybe not. Not sure where that shot went. Didn't bounce, I can tell you that. MX-30 is dead. There's the Lerva. That's more like it. 1,002 damage done in one shell. I have the Jagdpanzer 100 as well, although I prefer the Death Star. And I now have the Death Star's sister, the FE4005. Oh, 5120, but has he been spotted? He hasn't been spotted. Well, you saw that 5120 was expecting him to be there. Big mistake. Bounces a couple of shots. Bet chat. Oh, actually, side of the Jaeger. Got to take that. What an absolute beast this gun is. No. That was dangerous. Although the enemy Jagdpanzer 100 didn't take the shot. Not clear why. Now what's happening down here? Not much at the moment. What is happening is that they're being capped by someone. Oh, hello, Tiger 2. Scorpion G. Got a high roll. which he needed to kill him, but not quite high enough to kill him. Left him on the barest slither of health. Now he's got no allies behind him, and there's a T10 down there. So he's not a problem right now, so... Yag target? Yeah. That's what we're talking about. What's next? Can he kill the target too? Bit of a waste of a shell, but he's got enough of them. Yeah, so I got Lerva. He's on a bit more health. No, bounced. The Lerva has quite a large gun mantlet compared to the size of the turret. Oh, hello. Gorilla 15. Yeah. Not a chance. T10's not there. Okay then, let's go and shoot at this grill. Yeah. Just absolute beast. This guy's. Can we finish the grill off? He's just sitting in the open. Does he think that will work? Does he think that will save him? Well, maybe he's learnt his lesson now. Oh, there's the T10. Someone bounced off it. It's even full lightweight, I think. Now then, he's going to put high explosive anti-tank. Wow. No idea how that managed to not go through the track and into the armour. Now then, what's he going to do? What you doing there? Oh, it's dead. VK-7201K took care of that. Now he's got the high explosive anti-tank loaded because there's a mouse over there. What on earth is he doing up there? Well, it's a massive target. Stiggy's got the heat loaded. And yeah, that looked like it hit. Did not see the damage being done, but we're pretty sure that that shot went in and did damage. We can find out in the battle results screen anyway. Well, it's because of the amount of damage you do with one shell. The damage can stack up with relatively few shells fired, as long as they're not hitting low health targets. Now this VK is in trouble. Come on. There we go, got him. Alright then, let's have a look. Ace Tanker, shell-proof, fire-proof effect, Confederate and high caliber. 8,835 damage done, 2 kills, 1,132 base experience. That VK-72-1K did quite well as well. 69,833 credits profit with a Jaegeru Stiggy. How did you manage that? Give me your secrets, please. 3,170 damage blocked by armor. That might have something to do with it. 423 assistance damage. What a match. That was exciting to watch. Absolute monster of a gun. And well, how many shots was that? 1, 3, 4, 6, 7, 8, 9 shells. 8,800 damage done. And of course that last shell didn't do anywhere near as much damage as it could have done. That's why it was only 8,800 damage and not 9,000 or whatever. So, it's the Agaroo for you. The Stiggy quite clearly showing how you ace that. You just do lots of damage, and it doesn't take many shells. So, who's next? I forget the order. We'll find out. It is, in fact, Kitten next, and he's driving the Comet, Tier 7 British medium tank, in platoon with someone. The end of his name is Smurf, so I'm going to call him that. In the IS, Tier 7 Soviet heavy tank. On Fisherman's Bay, Tier 7 battle. And by the way, Kitten, the replay file that you sent as the one that you wanted me to use to make your new intro clip, the link was broken, but luckily you sent another replay of the same vehicle, so I was able to remake the intro clip regardless. You sent me so many aces compared to everyone else. Consequently, that means I might not be able to show all of them in future. Especially as I keep gaining replay donators. Most recently with Guard, of course. Anyway, spotted a few targets. A little mini spotting run. I was looking for a shot on the SE-100, but he couldn't get one. However, he's got shots on the T-34-85. Oh, he's tracked him. That's perfect. Didn't get any tracking damage because he did it all himself. Why is my back so itchy? Jesus Christ. Oh, here we are. T-34-100. It's returning fire, though. One more, perhaps? Yep. Oh, hello. KV-1. I'm here. Good to see you've noticed what's going on around you. He's gone. Who's next? Who wants some? Who wants a comet in their face? That Smurf took out that VK there. Oh, he's tracked that T-34-100. It wasn't a great shot, don't lie. Crew. There's a Panther there. Nope, missed. Now the Panther. One more. Oh, needs another one actually. Although, there's all kinds of enemies everywhere. KV-1 there. The crew's saying so much. Because he keeps putting auto-aim on. Right, destroy that wall. Now we can shoot freely at this T1 Heavy. Smurf took him out. Oh, hello, KV-85. Managed to bounce off the side of a Comet. Congratulations to him. This is not a good situation for a KV-85 to be in. Have you got Eagle Eye, Kitten? Just saw a dead driver icon pop up for the KV-85. And many things for the Schmalter. It's an interesting skill to have. I used to have it on my KV-100. Well, back when it was T6 KV-1S, but I swapped it for something else. It's not that useful. It's just cool to see what you're damaging, I guess. or what other people are damaging. It means you can therefore make some decisions sometimes. Decisions, I mean, if the crew, shut up! I'm trying to talk. Means you can make some decisions sometimes based on what information you're given by the Eagle Eye perk. If it tells you, for instance, that the ammo rack of the enemy vehicle is damaged, then you can perhaps just wait there and take another shot, or go around and flank or something. Anyway, that game is well and truly over now. So, Ace Tanker, Hand of God, Bruiser, Duelist, Fighter, Fire for Effect, Brothers in Arms, and High Caliber. 3,417 damage done, 5 kills, 1,459. Base experience, 33,609 credits with a premium account, 280 damage blocked by armor, which is not that common in the Comet, although it does have a bounty gun mount, I suppose. 990 assistance damage as well. Alright then. So we're halfway through already. Feel so surprised, but that's because I've not done a 6-week play special for a while. So it seems like I shouldn't be halfway through, but I am. There's definitely only a 6-week play ordinary special this time. I think it's now either swag or spill, but I can't remember which one. So let's find out. It's spill, the pleb, and he's driving the T55A, which is tier 9 German, even though it really isn't, medium tank, as part of the campaign rewards. Encounter battle, tier 9, on steps. Mentioning the fact he's called a pleb, actually, I use QuickieBaby's XVM mod pack, and one feature that gives you is you can actually make your own nickname for other people. And so I can show you here. I have actually nicknamed him Pleb. Yes, here we go. It's nice. At least I know who I'm working with. Not a great little team is coming with him. A few heavy tanks, but they're going to take a while to get to their position. There's a Type 61 over there. Did do damage to it. Didn't disappear from the radar. It just disappeared outside of the render range of the pleb. And so it actually showed the damage being done. Just he couldn't physically see for himself. Now then. Nothing is capping. Does by no means mean that there's nothing over here, though. Does not mean, I mean, you know what I meant. Tiger 2. If that was an E75, he probably wouldn't have penned. It's the T54 Mod 1. Yeah, hull down those tanks over there, not ideal. Try and aim for the cupola of the Tiger 2, but didn't get it. Now there are all kinds of things down there. Super Pershing. What are you aiming for, Spill? Weak spots are at the top of the turret on the Super Pershing. What are you aiming for? You're not going to pen that area. Okay, maybe you are, but it's probably more... what's the word? Reliable to... Yes. Shot went low into the gun mantlet. And again. Oh my god, that's weird. Never seen that before. Fire not so tired. Super Pershing down. What one way are you going? You're trying to run away, are you? No chance. Come on, we're taking unnecessary damage here. There we go. Still, that little engagement was won. 5 enemies left. I'm not that far away from getting this. Stuck on a few missions though. Particularly heavy tank missions. They're just a bunch of bullshit. Oh, hello. Artillery. Hello. Well, SU, you've got to have balls of steel to come over here and fight against the T-55A. Even if you do have artillery support. The SU failed quite a bit. Now, Spell could repair heal his commander, but either he hasn't noticed that his commander isn't healed, but there's actually a medal up for grabs here. I'm not sure whether he was going for it or not. Oh, the commander's back in action now. He wasn't going for the medal. Come on. Yeah, nice aiming. Now, where's this Type 61? Oh, there he is. All the way over there. Oh, it's so far away. Run, artillery, run. Oh, he's been spotted. Good manoeuvring there. This Type 61 is doing quite well for himself. Nope, not today, top 61. So, Ace Tanker, Fire for Effect, Duelist, Bruno's Medal, High Caliber, and Top Gun. What is this? Awarded to players who destroy 3 or 4 enemy vehicles and survive the battle to victory despite receiving at least 5 different critical hits and 80% or more loss of hit points. He did receive at least 5 different critical hits, but he only had 4 different critical or damaged, components at the end of the battle. I thought you had to survive to the end and have them all damaged at the end. Clearly not. 4,899 damage done, 6 kills, 1,367 base experience, 5,089 credits profit with premium account, 1,450 damage blocked by armor, 639 damage caused with assistance. This is not considered to be a premium vehicle, by the way. It does not get premium credit earning potential. And it's the only tier 9 vehicle in the game that is not part of a tech tree, which is slightly odd, really. Anyway, that was Spill, and I believe it is Swag next. I remember that it's Sexy last. So let's move on and see what Swag's been doing. You may have noticed that when you're watching the intro clips at the start of the video, that there's no replay from me this time. That's because I've barely been playing World of Tanks recently, because there's something wrong with my internet, and I've been trying to fix it for about a week now, during which I have played nothing but the Panzer II, for testing purposes only. I'm getting lag spikes constantly. Don't understand what's happening. So, you're not likely to see any replays from me in the near future, unless they were already accumulated, like they were for the World of Tanks replays video that was, yesterday, I think. I'm saying this, but I haven't uploaded that video yet. Anyway, this is Swag. He's driving the WZ-111 Model 1-4, Chinese Tier 9 medium tank, in a Tier 9 battle on Serene Coast. And he's come to the traditional heavy tank portion of the map, in the eastern side, playing quite aggressively. As a top tier heavy tank, there's an IS around the corner, and he is not having a good day already. That T-30 is not paying attention, although IS-3 is just there. Looks like he was going for the tracking shot but didn't get it. Oh, now there's a KV-3 there. Aiming for the fire, but didn't get it. Now IS-3 is still not paying any attention to Swag, who is his biggest threat, although actually IS-3 is a better target. KV-3 is on a one-shot. Not anymore. No, I don't speak Japanese. Chinese. Or Japanese. Oh, left him on 4 health. That's unfortunate. Weirdly, this has a 130mm gun, which is a bigger caliber of gun than you get on the Tier 10. You just get a traditional 122 on the 113. Now, Smack has noticed the danger posed on the other end of the map, so I think he's going to go back to base and deal with that. rather than continue the assault. Plenty of tanks on this side of the map, of course. They don't need swag anymore. I have the tier 10, the 113, which is probably fairly similar to this in playstyle. Although I've never played this. How? Elements, you must play the tier 9 or to get the tier 10. No, you don't. You have to research the tier 9 to get to the tier 10. Doesn't mean you have to play it. I have played in total 3 Chinese heavy tanks, of which one of them is in the tech tree. The 113 itself. Never played the IS-2, or the 110, or the WZ-111 1-4. It's called free experience, and that T-44 did not expect swag to be there, as you could quite clearly see from his courage as he came round the corner. Now then, what's next? There are 3 emails, an email 2 and 2 email 1s, and that is the worst possible thing the email 2 could have done. He should have used his superior gun depression and turret armor, take care of swag that way, but he decided to go out into the open and expose his hull, which is very, very weak. Now then, there we go. 2 of them in the cap circle. The SU-122-244 is also there. Got him. Now then, that SU is not going to be much of a problem, especially because it's on a one-shot kill. For swag. For anyone. Got him. Now then. Where are the other enemies? Well, the T-95 is not going to be here. Anywhere near here, we know that. It's virtually the one vehicle in the game where you can look at the minimap at its last reported position and say quite confidently that that's where it still is. Or at least near there, because it's not going to have gone far. T-25 2 on the move. Just bounced a shell from something. Didn't bounce swag shell though. That was virtually impossible. Oh, and there's the T-95. Although he's going to search to see if this email 1 is still in this area. The other email 1 went back to defend his base and died, and in fact the other one did go back and push through the other side. There's the T-95. We can sort of see the side of him. But the thing with the T-95 side is, I know this all too well as a very, very experienced T-95 driver, that the side of the T-95 at the top is very well sloped and does encourage ricochets quite often. There's the T-95. He's going to go over the top. We don't want to face the front of that thing. Oh, hang on. T-44-100 over there now. He's not an issue at the moment. Although, here comes the T-95. What's he doing? Well, now that swag has definitely been spotted because he's been shot at by the T-44-100, the T-95 does know he's here. Swag, therefore, is a bit pinned down at the moment, although he can shoot at this email 1. Except he died. It's 3 against 2. T-34 is moving in. Although he's not got a lot of health left. Well, there's the T-95. T-95 is giving Swag no opportunity, really. Actually, I think he is now. That's more like it. He's now a one-shot through the gap. Yeah, got him. And here comes the T-44-100 behind him. Quick, get into cover. Is he coming? He's going after the T-34, who missed him. However, Swag didn't miss. And there we have it. Phenomenal game for Swag there in the Chinese Tier 9 heavy tank. A tank you don't see very often, to be honest. Ace Tanker, Hand of God, Bruiser, Duelist, Fire for Effect, Radley Walters Medal, High Caliber and Top Gun. 5,967 damage done, 8 kills, 1,474 base experience, 14,663 credits profit with standard account, 390 damage blocked by armor and 111 assistance damage. What a coincidence. That was a 111 assistance damage. So, that was a very entertaining battle to watch, I would admit. And it's now left us with just one more player. It's Sexy. Right, here's Sexy. He's driving the AMX-50B French Tier 10 heavy tank in a Tier 10 battle on Abbey. Elements. Why do you bother telling us that it's a Tier 10 battle? It's quite obvious if they're driving a Tier 10 vehicle. Well, actually no, because there's such a thing as Tier 11. What's that, Elements? Well, Tier 11 battles contain Tier 10 tanks, Tier 9 tanks, and Tier 8 light tanks. Nothing else. No Tier 8s, no Tier 7 light tanks. That's a Tier 10 battle. I know most of you know this, but just in case you know, you're watching this after you've subscribed, you know, in the future, and you're going back to watch my old videos, which will happen probably. Then you may not have heard me say this before. Object 140. Oh, shot went into the turret. Unfortunate. And again. Damn. Goes for the reload. No high explosive shells carried in this, that's interesting. I do carry one clip of high explosive shells in my MX-50B. Because the vehicle is so damn large, it gets quite a high ammo capacity for an automatic gun. Gets a shot into the Centurion's turret, and another one kills him. Goes for the reload again. Decides he's going to play aggressively, since he's got quite a few allies behind him. Makes good use of the time that he's reloading to get in closer. Now then, here we go. T10. In goes one shell. That's it for now, though. Oh, that Yak target has the stock gun. I can tell just from the length of it. Well, that is the only way to tell, because they're both the same caliber. And neither of them have a what do you call it? Muzzle brake. Got a couple of shots into tanks as they came around the corner, the T-30. Things are going well. On this side of the map, at least. T-30 is now dead, the T-10 is not far from being dead. T-32, one shell in, and he's dead. Now then, T-62. Oh, plenty of damage on. Health on him to farm damage on. And he's gone. One shell left. Can he get a shot into something into the middle of the map? Panther 2. Well, where is he? Can't see him. Goes for the reload instead. Decides he's going to go back to base to defend. This is a very, very mobile machine. 65 kilometers per hour top speed. But it's French, doesn't have any armor. Well, it does. On the front of the hull only, though. Can encourage some quite nice bounces. He's managed to bounce just under 1,200 damage here. There's the Panther 2. Missed his shell. But obviously gets the one in on the move. Seems legit. Oh god. Food, stay in, please. Don't want you to come out. Not on camera, at least. I haven't puked in years, so you're quite safe. The situation looked quite good. But they're actually losing now. That Jagdtiger's all on his own now. But what can McSeksi do in the middle of the map? Still that Panther 2 somewhere, and an email too, actually. Oh look! There it is. And he's gone. Panther 2. Bottle gets a massive low roll. Massive low roll. And racks him with the second shot, which was totally necessary. 308 damage roll on a 400 alpha. That's not right. Someone is throwing kittens there. Well, now he has control over the middle of the map. Object 140 in the friendly base, working over this T-34. Let's see what McSeksi can do about that. Oh, there's now two Object 140s. Can't see that one. T-34 was actually in the way, but wasn't his fault, obviously. Can't kill him. Oh, missed. But the TVP managed to kill him anyway. And McSeksi survives on 36 health only. Cannot afford to take another hit by any means, even if it's high explosive. Panzer 100 could do with some help with those medium tanks. As soon as McSeksi is reloaded, which is just about now. It's 1. T-62 is fired. 2. 3. He's dead. Go for the reload again. Damage just stacks up in this tank. Really does. I know all too well from playing it myself. There's the Optic 140. Is he going to go after the IS-3? He is. That's going to leave him exposed. McSeksi is loaded. IS-3 puts a shell in. McSeksi gets the kill. It's just the M40, M43 left now, who has not been seen yet. So we don't know exactly where he is at all. Of course, McSeksi has no need to go for the reload, since one shell, theoretically, is enough to kill the M40. And he has managed to somehow take damage. Even better. Easy game, he puts in chat. Yeah, right. Don't show off, McSeksi. Ace Tanker, Hand of God, Bruiser, Demolition Expert, Duelist, Fire for Effect, Radley Walters Medal, High Caliber, Top Gun, and a Partridge in a Pear Tree. 6,568 damage done, 8 kills, 1,269 base experience. What a match. 11,148 damage, not damage, credits earned with the standard account. Would have been 42,500 with the premium. 1,190 damage blocked by armor. Not every day you do that in McSeksi, to be honest. And 711 assistance damage as well. Definitely the star of the show today, McSeksi. Of course, not in terms of damage. That was Stiggy, but that was in the Jaeger. That doesn't count. He only did that with 9 shells. Stiggy did this with... No, McSeksi did this with 19. Anyway, all good games nonetheless, of course. Thank you to Deadman, Spill, Swag, Stiggy, McSeksi, and Kitten for sending all those replays in. And I thoroughly enjoyed watching them. I hope you also did, viewers. As always, good luck on that battlefield or with whatever games you're playing, and I will see you next time.